Polycet Aprjc 2022 Physics Part Students, Human Eye Colorful World, Physics Chapter, Most Important Bits. So covered from 2015 to 2021, old paper and important bits. Most important. Question number 1. For a person with myopia defect, the maximum focal length of the eye lens, but without any defect of vision, generally maximum focal length of the eye lens is 2.5 centimeter. Minimum focal length is 2.27 centimeter. But in the case of myopia, it is less than 2.5 centimeter. Sensation of vision on the retina is carried to the brain by ciliary muscles, cornea, optic nerves. So there are 1 million optic nerves between retina and brain, students, which will carry the signals of image, electrical signals of image formed on the retina. So 1 million optic nerves are there between retina and brain. Next, pick the correct statement from the following. In VIBGR, wavelength increases from violet to red. In VIBGR, refractive index increases from violet to red. So you know, in VIBGR, students, so in VIBGR, it is a lowest wavelength, it is a highest wavelength. That is lowest wavelength to highest wavelength. Statement A is right. In VIBGR, refractive index increases from violet to red. It is wrong, students. Violet has a highest refractive index, so red has a lowest refractive index. Decreases refractive index. That is why statement only A is true. Next, question number 4, students. Question number 4. In a glass prism, green light is dispersed more than red light. Red light is dispersed more than green light. Both green and red light equally dispersed. None of this. It means more dispersed means more deviated. You want to understand. So you can see explanation in the figure. It is a glass prism, and this is a incident white light ray. So when it disperses, that is through this. So you can see it is violet. So you can see green is dispersed more than red. That is, angle of deviation produced by green is more than the angle of deviation produced by red. That is, green is dispersed more than red. This is answer, students. So you can see green bends more than red. Next question, students. Question number 4. A person cannot see objects clearly beyond 40 centimeter. The power of lens to correct the vision. So a person cannot see the object beyond 4 centimeter. That means objects present on the other side of 40 centimeter. At 40 centimeter, before 40 centimeter, it is visible. So you want to understand this one as a 4 point distance. So a 4 point distance is capital D, that is denoted by 40 centimeter. But in the case of 4 point means suffering from myopia, then focal length of the lens is f is equals to minus d, then f is equals to minus 40 centimeter, because d is this is. Then we want to calculate power of the lens, students. Power is equals to 100 by f. F is taken in centimeter. That is 100 by f means minus 40, 0. That is minus 2.5 diopter. Minus 2.5 diopter. So beyond this one not visible means it is a far point distance. So far point distance means the person is suffering from myopia. So in this case focal length equal to minus far point distance. Then using a focal length we can calculate power of the lens. Next question number 5 students. Question number 5. Pick the correct answer from the following two statements. Myopia is also called nearsightedness. Hypermetropia is also called farsightedness. You know, myopia is also called short-sightedness or nearsightedness, so it is right. Hypermetropia is also called long-sightedness or farsightedness, so both A and B are true. Next. Question number 6 students, if I1 and I2 are the angles of incidence and angles of emergence, then at the angle of minimum deviation, minimum deviation both are equal students. I1 is equals to I2. I1 is equals to I2. R1 is also equal to R2 students at the angle of minimum deviation. Next to question number 7. Question number 7 students. The sun does not appear red during unknown hours because all colors get scattered on reaching the eye. All colors get scattered on reaching the eye. Next, 8th one students. To correct one's myopia, selected lens should form image at 4 point. So, you know, for correction of myopia, we use a biconcave lens. It forms a image at 4 point. Next, students, pick out the false statement from the following. Eye lens forms a real image. It is right. Image is formed on the retina, also right. Cornea contains cones and rods. It is wrong. This is answer, because retina contains rods and cones. You know, rods can identify intensity of light, cones can identify color of light. So first three are, these three are right, but it is wrong, so this is a false statement. Next to question number 10 students. Arrange the following colors in the decreasing order of their wavelength. So red is greater than blue, blue is greater than violet. This is Next students, the negative sign in the magnification indicates that image is inverted. So you know, magnification ratio between height of image and height of object is a magnification. The negative sign with a magnification is indicating inverted image. Next, angle of incidence of a light ray in a plane mirror is 45 degrees. Then angle between incident ray and the reflected ray, students. For example, it is a plane mirror and this is a normal and this is angle of incidence and incident ray, this is reflected ray. So you know, from a loss of reflection of light, angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection. So it is a given 45 degrees, then this will be also 45 degrees. Then between incident ray and reflected ray angle is asked, so it is 45 plus 45, it is 90 degrees. Next question students. Next question. Functioning of the rod of the retina is. So you know, retina contains two kinds of receptors. One type called rods, another type called cones. Cones can identify color of the light. Rods can identify intensity of the light. Next, 14th one students. With increase in angle of incidence of a light ray on a prism, angle of deviation first decreases, then increases. Students, this is important one. Next, first decreases, then increases. The scientific work of C.V. Raman is on scattering of light. So Raman effect also is known. The frequency of incident light by the liquids is more than the frequency of incident light, that is called Raman effect. So C.V. Raman work researched on scattering of light. Next question, students. Next question. Which part of the human eye helps eyelens to change the focal length? Ciliary muscles. So you know accommodation of eyelens. So ability of eyelens to adjust its focal length when we see distant objects, when we see closer objects. When we see distant objects, focal length increases maximum to 2.5 centimeter. When we see closer objects, focal length decreases to minimum value, that is 2.27 centimeter. So with the help of ciliary muscles. Next, for any position of object in front of human eye, the image distance is fixed. So image distance in the human eye, that is distance from center of the eyelens to retina, that is called image distance 2.5 centimeter. So it is always fixed when you see distant objects as well as closer objects. To correct one's hypermetropia, this type of lens is used. For correction of hypermetropia, we use biconvex lens. In the case of myopia, we use a biconcave lens. Next, pick out the correct answer from the following statements. Red color light has a low refractive index. Red color light has a low deviation. Both are right. It has a lower refractive index, lower deviation. Both are true. Violet has maximum deviation and maximum refractive index. Question number 20, students. Scattering of light involves in the process of re-emission of observed light, students. So bending of the light at the interface means refraction, splitting of light into different colors, dispersion of light. So converging of light rays at the focus, that is during refraction through the lens, it is a re-emission of observed light by the atoms or molecules. Angle of vision for a healthy human being is 60 degrees, at which we are able to see the whole object from top to bottom. When it is more than 60 degrees, we can see only a part of the object. When it is 60 or lower than 60, we can see whole object from top to bottom. So angle of vision for a healthy human being is 60 degrees. Which one among the following colors has a minimum angle of deviation? Minimum angle of deviation is a red, students. Maximum angle of deviation is for violet. Formation of rainbow in the sky is due to dispersion of sunlight by, so here water droplets, students. So generally rainwater droplets, but here only water droplets given. Next question, students. Next question. Which one of the following quantities has the unit diopter? So power of lens. You know power of lens, reciprocal of focal length of a lens is called power of lens 1 by f, or P is 100 by f. But here in centimeters, here f is in meters. So unit in SI system is a diopter. Next, focal length of the biconvex lens. Focal length of biconvex lens of power 2D, what is? So power is a given, students. P is a 2D. Then we want to find focal length. But you know power is equals to 100 by f. This 100 by f when f is taken in centimeters, students. Or you can also use 1 by f when f is in meters. Then f is equals to 100 by p. So this implies f is equals to 100 by power is a 2D. So which is a 50 centimeter plus 50 centimeter, students. So these are most important. In a next video, electric current most important bits will be uploaded. Then chemistry units also will be uploaded, students. Practice well.